Hello, this is FrontMINE here, and welcome back to another video on the super amazing Minecraft world. We are here, and as you can tell, it has snowed already, and that is the reason why we actually wanted to create the Spire Farm in the first place. Because I never actually mentioned it, but because it snows up here, I want to make all the paths covered with string, so that even though you cannot actually see the string on the paths, it makes it so that there is no snow just landing on there. Anyway, in the last half episode, because it wasn't truly the last episode, I actually went to the Nether. And if you remember watching episode 2, I said next episode we will be journeying there, get nether quartz, get all sorts of nethery goodness. And honestly, I decided that that was actually not going to be an official episode, but rather just a episode you can watch. It's episode 2.5. It should be appearing on the screen right about now, and so click on it if you want to see the more relaxed version of this, because I actually basically took one take in the entire video and did not stop recording. And yes, there are different jump cuts, but it still is pretty much a much more relaxed atmosphere than here me being, hello, this is FrontMINE and we are going to build this thing. Okay, we are done building this thing. Let us go to the Spire Farm. But this episode is going to be like that because now that we are back from the Nether, we have glowstone, we have all sorts of things, and the first matter of business I want to attend to is to light up this path, because normally at night this thing is very, very dark, and I am always so worried whenever I come up this path at night that I'm just going to be randomly attacked. So I kind of want to take care of that in the next couple of seconds. So let us just do that right now. And as you see right here, we have glowstone magically appearing all over this little path. And apparently I had exactly the right amount of glowstone for this thing. I feel like I could use more, but I literally ran out of glowstone when doing this, so I pretty much just stopped here. And although this part isn't lit up, honestly this wasn't the part that I was worrying about. I was more worrying about the blind corners that when you're traveling up this path, it's like you don't know if there's something spawning right here. All you know is that, oh my, I just need to have my sword out on the ready, and I want to just not die. But now that that order of business is now taken care of, let us do what we needed to in the last episode, the last full episode, not the half episode where we went to the Nether, and actually finish up the spider farm, making sure that it has the whole entire item elevator going all the way to the top and having a sorting system. We are now over at the spider spawner. I am not going to say skeleton spawner this time, because I remember in the last episode I said skeleton spawner. But we are now over at the spider spawner, and we are trying to organize these chests, having a whole entire sorting system. Now, my whole entire idea here was that I was going to have the whole entire item sorters. They would run across. I would mine out this area and make sure that the items all sort into their proper places. But recently, when actually placing down this, I thought, there's only 2 items I'm actually sorting here. One needs to have spider eyes, and then 2 needs to have string. So why am I having 3 different item sorters? And my conclusion is that most likely I am just going to need 1 item sorter, and that is for the spider eyes. And if the spider eyes get clogged up, I guess that's just going to have to be a problem that I'll deal with. I'm not sure. It's I'm not exactly the best with redstone, but I have the feeling that if this guy is only sorting out the spider eyes, then across the line the hoppers will still be able to pick up the string, and that will be all right. Now, my only thought is maybe we'd have a thing over here that would toss out any extra spider eyes if this filled up. But really we can do that just independently. Really, if any of these fill up, we can really have a whole entire system of it getting rid of over there. Because if string fills up, it's that means we're not really using much of it. If spider eyes fill up, then we'll be able to sort that all out. All I know is that we're going to have one sorter here. It's a bit of redstone that I'm just going to have to deal with that I didn't think of before, and I will try to work out that right now. So we have been working very diligently on trying to get this redstone all together, and this is the solution I have come up with. And it basically sorts out one single item from this hopper right here, and this is going to be basically the spider eyes. It's going to immediately get sorted out, and anything left over, basically string, will be sorted into these different chests. Now, I've also worked on an item elevator that goes all the way down there. You can't really see it that well, but it's basically a dropper elevator, and there's redstone torches on the side, trying to make it so that the items go all the way to the top via this circuit down here. And there's one item in here that keeps cycling whenever there's an item down here to make sure that there's always a pulse going straight the way to the top. And this is pretty much how the torches are aligned right here. And yes, I am using iron blocks for this. I probably shouldn't have, but I have lots of iron really, so it's pretty much the main block I am going to be using for redstone resources, just because it's easier to work with and you know exactly what is a redstone contraption, what exactly is just random pieces of cobblestone that I have put together. But yeah, the item elevator goes all the way to the top, and now we just got to sort the items, get the spawner actually working, because at the moment we have absolutely no spider eyes, and that pretty much makes the sorter useless. So we will try to get this thing a little bit more running, and hopefully we will be able to see items at the top and actually work on this a little bit better. Quite a bit of progress has been made right now, however, I would love to say that the sorting system is done and all that stuff, and it is not. Right now we've got a little bit of a predicament with not the actual sorter itself, but with the operational levels of the farm. So if I figure out my way to go down here, right down here is where our items are supposed to go down. You know, the spiders drop into the lava, and they land on these hoppers after they burn a little bit in lava. But the problem is, they actually die in the lava, and that makes it so that their items burn up there, and we have a really bad drop rate from this thing. Like, I was away from it for maybe like 30 minutes to an hour, and we got maybe 12 pieces of string, which is not ideal, not at all what this farm is designed to do. So we basically need to get rid of that lava and do a bunch of other stuff to make this farm actually operational, because right now the lava is kind of ruining it. We have extended down this little bit right here all the way to the section that we really need it to be at, and I've rewired everything, but you know, it was a lot of work, and it seems like it's not quite working at the moment. Like, yeah, the items go up all the way, you know, it's like I've tested it, it's like I put up 40 string into the chute, it worked, it was able to make sure every single item went to the sorter. I have it so that the sorter is stack proof, so that like items wouldn't be able to mess up each other and all that. But it's like the spawners, this is like a bug in the most recent update. The spawners actually don't work at the moment, so no spiders have been falling down or anything. And I didn't even notice it until I wanted to test the thing, because I was just kind of waiting here for a bit. I'm all like, there are no spiders spawning, and it really is like universal. It's like I went to my skeleton farm that's like somewhere over there, and that's also not spawning. I actually did not test out the blaze spawner that I saw earlier. I think that was working though. But yeah, it's like basically the conclusion I've arrived from all of this is that, well, I don't like making spider spawners. They have too many little quirks and things about them. We have like done so much this episode, so much progress, and we have not even like scratched the surface because we don't even know if it works. It doesn't actually. And yeah, we're just going to move on to something different now. After large failures with the spider farm, I kind of got angry at recording this series, so I just did what I normally do when I'm trying to be productive while doing nothing, and that is AFK at the iron farm over there. And I got large quantities of iron. Like, I got stacks upon stacks of the stuff, like over there. I only almost have 9 stacks of iron blocks, not even just ingots. But anyway, while I was AFK over at that iron farm, I actually peered out and did my normal trek around. I kill off all the mobs that kind of randomly spawned because it gets me XP and stuff. But then it's like I stumbled across this guy right here, and this is a charged creeper, which is so hard to get in survival. It is just insane. It was also insane to get this thing into like this glass box. It was completely infuriating to get this guy in here. But anyway, it's like now that this guy's encapsulated in glass, he's been renamed with a name tag. I forget what I named him, but you know, that means he won't despawn, and we're going to be using him somehow. I don't know how yet, but we're probably going to hook him up with a skeleton or zombie farm or something like that to get a bunch of skull heads, or well, mob heads, you know. Skulls if it's anything skeleton-like. But anyway, leaving that behind, in between recording sessions, I have also created this ugly mess. And the reason why it's so ugly is because I want to tear it down. But we have to do some tasks before we tear it down. In this little chest right here, we have our reconstruction items. So, right here, I even wrote a whole entire book about it. So, as you all may know, this world was created before it was intended for YouTube. The result of this is a bunch of projects that were either not finished or were not beautified to be appealing to the eye of the viewer. In this chest are tasks that need to get done in order for us to get out of reconstruction. Once out of the stage, we can get to much more interesting projects and not worry about the various ugly structures that need work to still be done on them. And that also includes this little structure that we're standing in right now as well, although I created this after I created the YouTube series. But anyway, once a task is completed, the piece of paper is written on, or the piece of paper it is written on can be thrown into the fires from which it came, or perhaps some lava. Either way. Now it's time to get cracking on the projects, and don't fall into the lava when pulling the lever. Oh my, I really did not have the lava in a really good place. So when you pull this lever, some lava like just goes right into there. So make sure you're not standing on this block when the lever is pulled. But anyway, we have different tasks. Create a second story to house. We gotta make the AFK farm, or the AFK space for the iron farm better, because basically that area is just like a bunch of dark oak planks like concealing me, and I kind of want to make it look a little bit nicer. There's also destroying the old villager breeder, which you might have seen earlier. It's like it's the structure that has like potatoes in it and has some glass. It's like I guess I'll show you. It's like, honestly, it was what I used to create the iron farm over there, because I wanted to get a bunch of villagers, and this was the way to do it. And I struggled so much in getting all the villagers into a single place and work them all out. But, you know, that's now done. The iron farm's created. We've got some spare villagers in that little area there. Maybe that should be a task for reconstruction. I'm not sure. But our next task is to create better farmland, and that is just because this area right here is really annoying to farm and stuff. It's like I've been basically surviving on bread because I don't feel like farming animals. There are also like the skeleton farm stuff, which I might just like put over to the side for now, because honestly those ones are tasks that we can't do right now because of this stinking bug that's in this update. But anyway, we are going to also have 3 different home tasks: creating a second story to the house, finishing the nether basement like I showed in the episode 2.5, and creating a storage system, which should hopefully make all the weird chests in my temporary room a little bit better. But anyway, you might have noticed this note off to the side right here to the nether, which we have done. That was already something that we did in episode 2.5. So now we can flick the lever and we can demonstrate that yes, you are able to do the whole entire lava drop, and it is all fine and dandy. So anyway, once we are done with each of these tasks, we will throw them into the lava just like what happened right there. And now it is time to actually do some of them. Just as I went to the iron farm over there, though, when I was trying to be productive after the massive failure of the spider farm, I also went on a mining session too, and already the session has been edited down for you, and the last ones that I have created, I will admit, were a bit fast. Running video at 10 times speed makes it so that maybe you don't quite see it all, but I feel like this time I have improved greatly, so hopefully you will enjoy it, and it will be playing on your screens right now. The sun is now setting on a beautiful Minecraft day, and now it is becoming night. And we will reveal the production that we have done during that mining session that was hopefully more enjoyable for all of you. But anyway, here we open the chest of wonders. We have 3 blocks of diamonds plus 2 extra, 1 block of emerald plus 2 extra, 7 blocks of gold exactly, oh my, 22 lapis lazuli blocks with 4 extra, 2 blocks of coal with 3 extra, 60, a whole entire stack of blocks of redstone plus 7 blocks, and 6 extra. So this is a pretty good haul. It's like, honestly, the diamonds were really great. It's like, I'm not sure if you caught on with the time lapse. You didn't see the raw file, but really, like, within the first 2 minutes of mining, I found 2 things, like the 2 veins of diamonds, which was really amazing. I just like went a couple of blocks, like, oh, there's diamonds here, and then I go a couple more. It's like there's another diamond, like literally right there. But anyway, we have our nice little supply from the Chest of Wonders, and now we are able to finally end our episode on such a good note. It's like, in the next episode we will be doing different stuff with reconstruction, as we can see with the little ugly building over there. Hopefully, like, my plan is to, either in 1 or 2 episodes, hopefully we won't drag it on to 3, to be able to finally destroy that thing. We'll probably not blow it up just because it's so close to the house, but we will be able to finally get on to some more interesting projects than what we've been working on right now, because we've been working on paths and like beautifying the strip mine. Really, we need to beautify everything, but that is for the next episode. I am rambling on right now, so I will just end the episode here and see you guys next time. Bye.